This is the model of what our randomised control trial is that we're addressing the computing curriculum, we're addressing the maths curriculum, and this is all at Key Stage 2. So it's around about 9 to 11-year-olds. And what happens is we've recruited now 123 schools across England, and they want to recruit to work with us, and that's a huge task actually. We have another group who split them into two. One treatment, one control, and the treatment one gets our medicine and the control doesn't, and gets it a year later. And if it's successful, it will then be rolled out and programming and mathematics will be there forever, which might be good or bad. But I just want to introduce our team. We're quite a reasonable sized team. This is our London team. There's us. And I want to just introduce you to this. We call him Beetle. And you see Laura's holding this beetle. And I really want to know at some point why Scratch has the cat. Because we don't like the cat. It's a cat, well, for lots of other reasons. So I want to know from Yasmin and Bill, particularly Yasmin who was there, why do they have a cat? And we have introduced a beetle because we prefer something that has a direction. And so we have partners in the computing industry and have partners in mathematics, and we have independent evaluators. Let me just go through this very exciting development. The first time is 9 to 10 years of an intervention over a whole year, where we have teacher support, and we're using computational thinking with implicit maths. And our definition of computational thinking is that. There are lots of definitions, but this is one we're using, splitting the task up into steps, solving a problem by splitting it into little ones, relating problems and generalizing. That's our definition of computational thinking. It relates to a lot of other ones. But the first year we're mainly doing computational thinking, and the second year is much more explicit maths, using Scratch or modeling to explore mathematical problems. And so the kids get a year older, and the ultimate test is at the end of the second intervention, after they've had 2 years of our treatment. And part of it, our work now, is building a community of support. We give a lot of professional development at the lab and around the country, but we can't do anywhere near enough. So we try and build a network of people who will help and support the teachers, but ultimately we want the teachers to support each other. So there's formative evaluation all the time, and the summative evaluation is our national tests. It's a government funded. So when is that? Summer 2017. They will look at the national tests of the schools that have been involved in our project and compare with the controls who haven't, and we'll see whether ours are actually any better. It's doubtful, mainly because there's a lot of intermediary variables, but also the tests are not what we want. If we could influence the tests, we might have a better chance. But it is a big opportunity, we feel, that because reasoning, anybody who teaches mathematics at any stage, little or older or even undergraduate, so the idea of reasoning is quite challenging. It's much easier to teach the calculations side. And we know that programming can support that, putting your argument in logical steps. One of the aims of our national curriculum is in fact that students should be able to reason mathematically. And people find this very challenging. If you write a program to do it, you can have something to reflect on and to track through and to work out together. So our agenda is, first of all, we design the curriculum. Secondly, we use the curriculum to explore mathematics, and then mathematical reasoning. Now let me just be clear. What we hope to learn, that Scratch is a way of fostering computational thinking in carefully designed ways. And Fluency can help learn maths with trained teachers. We do not test if Scratch works. That is not our agenda, because that's, as Seymour would say, it's technocentrism. It all depends on the whole package. And we do not test if learning Scratch transfers to maths. That's a transfer error. We actually design activities to exploit what they're doing in Scratch for maths. And I think that's what we learned in the past. You have to design in your intervention, first of all, about how you're using the technology for maths and also how you can transfer it. And we plan together for making sure that we have inclusive gender mixes. In fact, I go around lots of schools with our curriculum now, and you cannot help but notice how which groups tend to use the technology, answer the questions, and you just have to keep mentioning. Have you noticed that it's always the little white boys in the front who are the ones who are answering and taking up too much teachers' time? It's something we've known for a long while, but you just have to keep going. I don't know, do I have time to show? I've got a little video of the school, but I think I'll show you. If you want to see the video, you want to see a London school? No. You do? Oh, let me just, he's a wonderful teacher. It's not the school, it's the teacher.
Our aspirations, or my aspirations of joining the Scratch Maths project was to see how far we could sort of take maths teaching through coding, because obviously this year there's been a big push with coding. We did a little bit in the school last year, and we knew we were going to do a lot more this year. And it's quite nice to sort of have that connection with maths as we're using it as one of our maths lessons in the week, because we know how much you can teach through coding. But the project hopefully will make that those connections more explicit to get some great resources by working with the schools, because it's breaking new ground, I think. So working with new people is really exciting.
Here's one of what we call our design schools. We've worked a lot with it, with a school in North London. And he says all the right things there, because it's breaking new ground. He's working in a community of other like-minded teachers. And he also says that coding is being used as part of his maths lessons, rather than being an after-school club. And I think that's actually really quite an interesting way to do it. I'm just going to end on this slide. What we found with the design schools is that we designed all our curriculum. We have got on and off computer activities. We have smart board presentations to help the teachers, and also mini assessments. So that's our intervention. It's very considerable, it's quite a considerable intervention. But I have one last slide I'm just going to speak to because I've got to stop. But I think we've learned a huge amount. One of the things I've learned about this is there is no sense of history. And that's why I was upset about the cat. And that's why we got a big, because although people were doing a huge amount of coding, they're doing lots of jumping about and lots of animations and games. Nobody was doing any total geometry or any drawing or anything like that. Nobody. So we've tried to bring back, I'm sure they're doing things in Canada, but we're trying to bring back stuff in ways we hope learning from the past. I'm going to stop now. Thank you very much.